Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this July the 11th, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Saturday out there. So far, we did a great Saturday evening. I hope everybody can stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we've been taking a look at the storm system moving across the country, taking a look at tropical weather outlook. Your local forecast is included for your Sunday and Monday. Also, take a look at the current watch and warning advisory map. Currently across the nation, the Storm Prediction Center outlook if we got some severe weather to talk about for you Sunday and Monday, and take a look at the rainfall totals as well across the lower 48 also. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you can see here we got some activity across the mid-Atlantic, portion of the Ohio River Valley, across the South and across the Carolinas and Georgia. Also across Tennessee, back into Arkansas, up here in Illinois to Ohio, a little bit down toward Florida, a little activity just northeast of the Bahamas. Got a few little tropical waves in the Atlantic, but nothing to write home about. Got activity across South America, got numerous showers and storms across Central America, stretching into the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, also into Texas and Louisiana. Quiet out west, and we got a high pressure ridge building out there with a lot of heat fixing to build in that area. And got tropical waves also from the Hawaiian Chain Island back towards Central America, and got a little bit of activity moving in toward California, Washington, Oregon State, and Idaho, and portions of British Columbia as well. Alright, let's move on into your local forecast. Take a look at your Sunday forecast now. Should roll out something like this here across the board. Okay, you can see here we have some thunderstorms and showers up here in northern Maine, also up here around Lake Huron, Lake Superior, northern Michigan, Wisconsin, over here in Nevada and California, some shower activity in California as well. Southern California, thunderstorms and showers from Southern California to Arizona, northern Mexico to Texas, Oklahoma to Illinois to West Virginia, Virginia to Carolinas, down toward Florida, Florida Keys, coastal waters in the Atlantic and the northern Gulf. You can see some severe weather across South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina, flash flooding and heavy rain from Kentucky to Tennessee to portions of South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. Severe weather also possible in Arizona also. Critical fire weather for portions of Idaho and the Montana, northern Wyoming regions also. Otherwise, to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Sunday. Alright, let's continue rolling on into your Monday forecast now. And it should roll out like this here across the board. And as you can see, we have high pressure system, low pressure system, cold front, warm fronts located across different areas of your forecast areas. Alright, we got thunderstorms and showers from Canadian US border from Montana through Idaho to Oregon to California, Nevada, down to Arizona, northern Mexico to Texas to Oklahoma to Colorado to Missouri to West Virginia, Virginia to the Carolinas, Florida Keys, back along the northern Central Gulf, Atlantic coastal waters. Got some flash flooding and heavy rain over portions of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida Panhandle, southern Alabama, and northern Gulf. Thunderstorms and showers also from Maine and Brunswick, and a little bit across Lake Huron region as well. A little bit of shower activity also along the California coast. A little bit of rain showers, that is. Otherwise, expect your high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. Alright, let's continue to roll forward and take a look at your current watch and warning advisory map. You're currently across the nation, and it should roll out something like this here across the board. Alright, we've got a lot of sense of heat warnings in effect up here, and heat advisory stretching from northern Michigan to Wisconsin to Minnesota to the Dakotas, Montana down to portions of Wyoming, Nebraska to portions of Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, also Nevada. Areas of Idaho. Got some red flag warnings also in effect for portions of Wyoming, also Washington State, Oregon, Northern California. Got some heat advisories, sets of heat warnings in central and southern California. Air quality alerts there, severe thunderstorm watches and warnings from southern areas of Arizona, and some blowing dust advisories down here across southern Arizona and New Mexico. Air quality alerts over here in Colorado. Flash flood warnings and flood advisories and watches for a couple counties here in New Mexico. Flood advisories over southern Texas. Severe thunderstorm watches in effect for portions of Oklahoma and to portions of Arkansas. Also into areas of northern Mississippi, portions of Tennessee. Got some heat advisories in portions also Oklahoma, into portions of Arkansas, also into Mississippi, Georgia, Florida, the low country of South Carolina, coastal flood statements up here, or advisories that is, along the New Jersey, Delaware coast. Got some flash flooding watches, warnings, and advisories in effect for West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, southern Indiana, southern Illinois, and Missouri, and some special weather statements in portions of Illinois and also into Ohio. Alrighty, we got a little bit of small craft advisories up here on the Virginia, North Carolina coast, and Northern California to Washington State, around the Hawaiian Chain Island, and a little bit around the Alaska region. Inland we have some wind advisory and also some red flag warnings for the central Alaska region. Alright, Storm Prediction Center outlook should roll out something like this here across the board for severe weather. We have a slight risk from Charlotte to Columbia to Charleston to Savannah. Also over here from Phoenix to Tucson. Marginal risk elsewhere in Arizona. Also across Minnesota around Marquette down to Green Bay. And from Amarillo to Lubbock to Midlands, all the way to Jackson, Mississippi, Columbus, Atlanta, Georgia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Wilmington, down toward Jackson and Tallahassee areas of Florida. General thunderstorms elsewhere in the lighter green. Tornado probability looks like this. 2% just pretty much up here around northern Michigan and Wisconsin. Damaging winds 5 and 15%, 15% across the Carolinas and Georgia, also Arizona, 5% across Arizona up here around the Great Lakes, and from Texas to the Carolinas, large hail just up here mainly around areas of Marquette, Green Bay, and portions of just east of Duluth, Michigan. Alright, here's a look at day number 3. Alright, we have a marginal risk down here across Columbia to Charleston to Savannah to Jacksonville and portions of Georgia. General thunderstorms across the northeast, mid-Atlantic, southeast, south, western U.S. as well, over toward Montana. Probability should be around 5% across the Carolinas and Georgia. Yep, down toward northern Florida as well. Alright, here's a look at the rainfall totals across the lower 48. And you can see the heavy precipitation across Mexico into areas of Arizona, New Mexico, to Texas, to Louisiana, to the Carolinas, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, to Florida Panhandle, portion of Virginia, Kentucky, and Tennessee, southeast Canada, and coastal waters. A few pockets out here in portions of Colorado, Utah, up to Montana, Wyoming, also across the Great Lakes region around northern Michigan, south Canada, but you can see a lot of dry air as well. But you can see the scale over here on the left hand portion of the screen. You can see we have nothing to as high as maybe 5 inches of rain. That would be across Mexico, but you can see that's pretty much the scale. You're welcome to pause the video, find out where your location is, and check out the scale to the left of the screen, so that way you have a pretty good idea about how much precipitation is expected over the next 7 days in your local forecast area. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Saturday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got